going on, everybody? This is Esau McGraw.
And I am Lynn Williams. Hey, y'all.
And this is The Heart of Sunset. This is a show about male and female perspectives about whatever we talking about.
That's right.
Nothing specific, just, whatever pops in Lynn's mind.
Let's go. Let's go.
Whatever Lynn say and whatever she think about, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, because I got a lot on my mind now.
Yeah, she got a lot on her mind. And, I really excel in the art of minding my own business. You know what I mean? So I use that, as a man, you know that the lady that's on the show or in your show is you let her run the show.
Okay. I like that.
Or let her think she runs.
Oh, that sounds good.
Or let her think she runs. You paying the bills, but she run the show.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. But today we're talking about first dates.
Okay.
First dates, the do's, the don'ts, the taboos, the advice for, all those things like that. So we're going to let you start because, women get asked out on dates.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And men, by the time a woman get to pick and choose who she goes out on a date with, if she's getting action. Mm-hmm. A man, by the time we go on a date, we done been rejected 30 times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, so when we're on a date with a woman, like what are, can you tell me, like what are some of the taboos? Like what are the before we get to some of the great things that men can do on dates, because you're a matchmaker and you sit with therapists and all kind of people and talk to them. So what are some of the absolute don'ts? A lot of men don't even know the type of stuff we don't even know we're doing.
Oh, I'm ready.
Can you give? Okay, we'll start off with
the absolute no first. One of
top
the absolute.
3 absolute. It ain't got to be the most, but
let me give you the top one. Let me give
one.
you the top one, and then you can tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
I would say the worst first date is asking a woman to come to your place.
Oh.
Because
I get it. Go ahead. I'm a daughter dad, so I'm already thinking.
On your first date, you should not ask a young lady, a woman, anything about coming to your place.
Is it giving serial killer?
It's giving you want something. Mm-hmm. Why are we at your place? Because first of all, that's too intimate. First of all. Okay. And you don't know them.
So it's too forward.
Because
if a guy's asking you out for a date, he wants something.
Right, but
what guy asks you on a date?
And I would even go as far as too, like young ladies don't invite men to your house on
unless
the first
you got
date.
a big ass dog.
No, I would say don't do that.
Don't do it at all?
No.
It just gives off what? What does it give off?
It gives off that we are missing a couple of steps before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it give off a little desperate?
No, it gives off a little like you are trying to get to the goodies too quick.
So stay out of the personal space on the first date. Don't be inviting people back to the crib.
No, I think when you go into somebody's place, their home, like the place where you lay your head at, you need to know who's going into your home. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with men too, I feel like you should be having it's more on a safety level for a woman, but still, men, you shouldn't have just a person that you just get to know at your place on the first date.
Females be serial killing.
Who was serial killer as a female?
I don't know. They ain't caught her yet. She's still getting away with it. They way better killers than men. Because they use poison and stuff.
But there's some tricky women out there too. What if there's some women that could be you could be getting robbed. It's a lot of things. You need to know who.
A lot of men are being robbed and they're being robbed. They got their identity stolen by a female.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's still robbed.
Yeah.
But that's getting too close and having people in your home and you don't know who they are.
But a lot of people have sex on the first day. So what are you going to do it? You're going to get a room?
I don't suggest it.
Do you feel like...
And how you going to have sex on the first date anyway?
A lot of people have sex on the first date.
That's so awkward though. Have you done that, Esau?
I had sex on the first date.
I've never.
I have had sex on the first date. And you know what it turned into? It turned into a 5-year relationship.
Wow. Maybe that was your soulmate.
Sex was good. I was like, I said, you want to hang out tomorrow?
Maybe that was
we had sex
soulmate.
on the first date. Why would I not go on a second date with you if the sex was fine?
Well, I've heard of people doing that, having, relations on the first date. I just don't understand it because it's so intimate and it's awkward. Like, I like to know who I'm having
It is awkward,
sex
but
with.
usually...
Like, I don't want to just... lay down with somebody. I don't even know how you. I don't know nothing about you. I'm not doing it.
I know how it happened.
How?
Alcohol. People go on a date and have some drinks. You know, and alcohol is like a lock pick. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, you pick a lock with alcohol.
What?
Yeah.
Not with all women.
Usually, and I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but usually if you have sex on the first date, was alcohol involved?
Probably. I would say that.
You should be adults about it.
Yeah.
And if you having drinks on the first date, you know, maybe you should go and meet in the afternoon for coffee. Mm-hmm. You know, to maybe, you know, to in the daytime. You know, nighttime is sexier, has a sex overtone more than the afternoon.
Right. Yeah, speaking of coffee, I think
maybe you should have a sober date, having a date in a non-sexual overtone place. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because if you meet for drinks, half the people there leaving to go fuck.
Oh, I don't know those people.
But you know that but we're grown and we live in Los Angeles and we go to a real nice, sexy bar restaurant on some rooftop garden.
So you would expect that on the first date?
I don't expect anything. I have no expectations.
Okay.
But my imagination is wild. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a first date. You know, it's like... Right.
And the first date means you're getting to know someone.
It just depends on what your intentions are with that person and where you are in your life with where you want to go with it. Mm-hmm. Some people have no intention on being in a relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're just dating. So, yeah, they're dating. A lot of people are dating for sex. Some people are dating for relationship intentions and marriage. Mm-hmm. You know, some people are dating just for social. Some people are dating because they ain't got no money to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not just women.
Wait.
It's not just women. It's a lot of...
the men doing that now? Yeah. Well, a lot of men doing a lot of ladylike things now. It's not like it used to be.
No, when haven't men been doing ladylike stuff?
I don't remember.
Dudes been feminized forever.
I don't remember it, though. I don't remember a guy...
Okay, what kind of music you like? You like soul music, old school music? Mm-hmm. Okay, you remember the Commodores? Mm-hmm. Them dudes had on jumpsuits and hooker boots. Zip down.
But they were a band.
They had jumpsuits on and hooker boots.
But they were a band.
Rick James wore hooker boots.
Well, they don't get groupies.
Knee-high hooker boots and jumpsuits.
They're going to get groupies all day, though.
And feather boas. And glitter wigs.
Okay.
That's not feminizing a man?
That could be just character. I mean, they entertainers. Look at Prince.
Yeah, look at Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, hooker boots, heels. Wore heels all the time.
I'm not talking about
characters and
musicians.
How many men have you dated wear heels?
But I've never dated a musician either.
Well, how many musicians you know wear heels?
I'm just saying. A lot of musicians, they do it for like a character, like what they're known for.
This is who they are.
Yeah, because if you look, if somebody dressed up like Prince, you know exactly. If somebody comes in walking in and they dressed up like Prince, you know they dressed up like Prince. So he did that for branding, I think.
That's who he was.
And he was short already. He was like, how can I put some heels in?
That was that man's artistic expression.
That's the same.
No, branding is intentional. Artistic expression is artistic expression.
Okay. Same. Potato.
I mean, I love Prince.
Who?
Me, I love Prince music.
No, I'm saying, but he made it to where he had a look. When you have a look, like I think most people, when you're an artist, you should have a look where you you stand out. You stand out. I think
Prince was just a wild ass androgynous man. Is that the word? Androgynous? Like you're not male or female or none of that. You just
what's her name? Was it Vanity? What was one of them girls he dated back in the day?
Apollonia.
She said
he dated a lot of chicks.
She said you've never made love to Prince. That's what she said now.
We don't know nothing about her though.
No, I'm just saying that's what the girl said.
I was a virgin until I was 18. I ain't never made no love neither.
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? Sometimes the best good sex for somebody is trash sex for somebody else.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be doing it on the first date because you don't even know what people like. You don't know their likes.
Hey.
What you like, the next guy may not like. So why am I...
Two people who do it on the first date, God bless them.
You had a lot of them.
If you done found somebody who freaky as you. And that's part of the key to a relationship. A lot of people are freaky, but their partner not.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Have you ever had somebody with a lower freak meter than you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. And dudes don't really think that, your woman is freakier than you, but a lot of times that's the case. And and the little young dude down in the mailroom, you know, she an attorney, but the little young dude down in the mailroom in the gray sweats. Yeah, he's taking her to Pound Town at lunchtime. Because he freaky like that. And, you know, game recognized game a lot of times. A freaky person know a freaky person when they see him, usually.
Oh, wow.
It's like an energy.
So it's a freak look.
I think so. And a lot of people bring that with them. So you on the first date, you get two people on the same wavelength on the first date, you know? Yeah. Some sex might pop off. But, okay, so from the male perspective to the female perspective.
Okay.
There's things that women can do that men don't like and that men absolutely love.
Okay, let's start with the don't like first.
Don't like first. Now, I think this goes both ways. I think it's for men and for women. And the reason why I know this is because I'm guilty of it. You know, I've made the mistake, and then I've seen it happen. And from the experience, I'm just like, I'm watching the chick tune out right now. I'm watching her tune out on your conversation. When you start bragging or talking about yourself too much, it's a turnoff.
That's a major turnoff.
I've talked myself out of so many nice women because I didn't know that yet. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm impressing her. And really, I'm turning her off.
So how did you find out that was a turnoff?
Because the girl told me that I'm talking too goddamn much.
No, amen to her though, because I feel like a lot of people don't tell people stuff.
Yeah, she's like, I like you, but you talk about yourself too much. I was like, okay, I'll stop.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she cool as motherfucker.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think more women need to speak up and say, okay, I don't like that, or even ask what you like. Well, people got to communicate more.
In a real relationship, like just say you move forward into a relationship with this person, right? She should be able to give you some advice.
Right.
You know, a woman should make her man a better man.
Absolutely.
And a man should make his woman a better woman.
Absolutely.
So when you can communicate with him about things that he may be doing that she doesn't like, I mean, that's good communication. So a guy may take offense to that, and the guy might be like, "Oh, I like her," because she know how to curve me back to the middle. You know, when I start fraying to the right or to the left a little too much. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of these first dates also really depend on the attitude you enter the date with. Like, have you ever got into it with somebody and it wasn't even the person that you got into it? You came into that situation with that attitude. You didn't have that attitude all week. Some things ain't going right in your life or whatever. So I always have to check myself, because not just on dating, but just in situations where I feel like I could have done a better job with my behavior. It wasn't the person that sparked that behavior. I was already in that energy when I came into the situation. All they did was trigger it some kind of way. You know what I mean? And they didn't do it intentionally, because they have what I was going through, and my energy has nothing at all to do with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So knowing that, you know, I recognized and I corrected that, you know, that behavior. I actually started to become a little more mysterious, you know, intentionally. You want to know something? Ask me.
Huh.
Instead of me, you know, talking too much.
Yeah.
You know, I saved that for the podcast.
You so crazy.
You know what I mean? And so in that, the things that, you know, can turn a person off, there's things that can turn a person on. That are really subliminal, you know. And I don't know if it's game or whatever, but, you know, there's vibrations and colors in what you wear to a first date.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you should wear like black to a first date, you don't think?
People wear black to funerals. Black is depressing. You know what I mean? Unless the outfit is just fire.
They wear them to podcasts too.
Yeah, I mean, you know. You know, but you know what? How many episodes is we in? This is like our 5th episode, 6th episode. Yeah, this ain't the first, so I can wear black.
Yeah.
I
like black.
But what color is that you have on?
This is probably coral.
Coral, and that color has a positive vibration,
right?
And it goes with your undertones and makes your skin glow. You know, that type of shit. You know what I mean? Now, would you rather wear a coral dress or a brown dress?
Probably coral.
Yeah, the energy and the color and the
But at night, sometimes I like it a little dark.
Yeah.
Like daytime, summer, chic, spring, I bring out the colors.
Okay.
Sunday brunch, colors. But nighttime, sit down, nice dinner. I may do a navy or a brown or a black. I might with a little nice heel.
I'm going to ask you a question about the heel.
Okay.
What is a first date heel height?
It depends on how tall your date is.
Yeah. So
if your date isn't tall, I don't want to be like.
Say you're going on a first date with somebody that you met on a dating app or somebody that.
And it depends on where you're going to.
You never really like hung out with the person. So, I've heard that, in my research.
Okay.
I've heard that, and I'm a daughter dad.
Okay.
Women, do you wear like no higher than a 3-inch heel on the first date?
Yeah. Why would you do over 3 inches?
Because a lot of men have height insecurities.
That's what I'm saying. So it
so
depends
you wear a
on
5-inch heel and you're how tall are you?
I'm 5'10" though,
5'10"?
so I'm not the average. I'm over average with my height.
So say you take a woman who's 5'5". You put on the 5-inch heel, she's 5'10". The guy is 5'9".
A woman ain't gonna wear a 5-inch heel.
A lot of women do.
Esau, I don't know where you see these people.
I live in Hollywood.
5 inches.
Yeah.
3 inches is like
hey, ain't no telling what I might have been looking at a guy who weard 12.
You might have been. Well, you gonna Santa Monica? Now they might go 5.
You ain't gotta be nowhere. You could be at the gym.
No, but 3 inches, that's high. So 3 inches.
I've never worn heels, but
so that's the like high. I don't think I have anything higher than 3
Prince
inches.
wears 3 inches heels. I'm sure he did.
Maybe
you seen
he did like the platform.
You seen the Under the Cherry Moon?
Yeah, of course.
When's the last time you watched it?
Long time ago. I need to see an old Prince movie. I love watching
Under the Cherry Moon is wild.
Yeah, it's good.
It's wild.
All his movies are good though.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of movies, I don't like a first date as going to the movies either.
No, I don't want to sit in a dark room and not speak to you for 2 hours.
I might go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's just not a good first date.
At the end of a movie, I'd be ready to go home.
Right.
Or go eat some junk food.
I think since this whole pandemic thing, I feel like I don't even like going to the movies. Because I'm so used to like being able to stop it, rewind it, get up, get something to eat.
Yeah.
Anything. So I don't really like just sitting in a movie for 2 hours, a person you don't know in a cold theater. I don't think that's a good first date.
No. But movies also.
But a lot of people do it. I don't recommend it.
Number one, it depends on the movie. Some people go to a movie that they've been wanting to see. And then the movie provides a good conversation point topic. After you leave the movie and say you go somewhere to go lounge or something, and you have something to talk about. Okay. That's specifically not about personal about you.
I would probably do the movies probably like the second or third date.
Yeah, second or third date, I think, because then that by the time you're comfortable enough with the person to want to spend see, when you're being with a person, you're not necessarily just talking to them or doing it. You're just being.
Because if like on a movie date, maybe you've already gone to eat, maybe I went for a walk and then was like, let's catch a movie later. I can see that, but just come pick me up, let's go to the movies. No. Not for the first date.
I think a movie feels more like a boyfriend, girlfriend, we're dating.
Yeah.
Like you said, on a multiple third, fourth date.
After we decide we like each other.
We're dating, we're kind of hanging out, let's go to a movie. As opposed to the first date. Yeah, I think you're right. I think movies are not really the best thing for a first date because time is of the essence as well. You don't want the first date to drag.
What's an awesome first date for you, Esau?
An awesome first date for me?
Have you had one? Or
I've been on first dates before.
That were awesome. Oh, well, you just said
I'm divorced.
I think it was your one night stand.
I've been married before.
That was your best first date.
The one night stand was a great first date. That was awesome. It started off because I went to I got a good buddy who worked at this big company, right?
Okay.
And they were having a holiday party. And I was about to move to LA like Monday. This was like the Thursday before that Monday.
Oh, okay.
This was in the Bay Area before I moved out here. And so I go to his holiday party, and he's the president of this company too. So everybody is like, he the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to this big Hollywood party at this hotel and stuff, and I'm kicking it. And I guess, the people in his office was like, who's your friend? Oh, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
And there was two females that was kind of like trying to get my attention. So one girl, she asked me to dance, right? She danced so bad. Like.
And she asked you?
Yeah, but she was trying to get me on the dance floor away from the competition. But she danced so horribly. Her dancing was so bad.
That's terrible.
I was literally damn near like, I was like grinding my teeth not to like smile too because
it wasn't no rhythm?
No rhythm. She was cute though.
No rhythm?
But none, right?
Wow.
So we go back to the table after dancing, and then that was it. And then like right before I left, I was like, because I knew I was going to have some drinks, right? So this was before Uber and all that.
Okay.
So I was calling a cab, right? So the other girl comes up, and she was like, "You want me to drop you off?" And I was like, "Why not?" One night stand. And I was just like, "What you doing tomorrow?"
And that's the one you was in a relationship for 4 years?
I was in a relationship with her for 4 years. 5 years.
That's
because then that Monday I moved to Los Angeles and I just kept in contact with her. And then she flew out to LA and we hung out and
wow.
That's
crazy.
So yeah. I mean, I don't think the fear of sex on the first date lies with the man. I think there's more with women because there are a lot of people who prey on people.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, having sex on the first date is one of those things where people feel like, well, if I have sex on the first date, then the possibility of a long-term relationship is little to none. It just dilutes that possibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people shy away from that. You know what I mean? Which is understandable.
I mean, I've heard of people having like sex on the first date and it's working, but it's just, I don't hear a lot.
I have a few friends that are married that had sex on the first date.
Like that.
Yeah, they're married right now.
I think Wendy Williams, I think she said that she and her ex had sex on the first date. But I don't know. I just feel like you don't know that person. It would be so awkward to me. I don't know. Unless, like I said, that's your soulmate or y'all feel some type of something. But even if there's chemistry, I can't imagine just laying down with somebody I don't know. Like, I don't know what they like. They don't know what I like. That's awkward. It's weird.
It is awkward and weird.
It's awkward and weird, and everybody, you don't know.
Then comes your freak meter.
I am not doing. My freak meter is on zero if I don't know you. It's on -0, probably.
A lot of people's freak meter is on -0, and then a few margaritas come into the situation.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Esau.
But, life be lifing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always perfect. I don't judge anybody because I have plenty in my past to be judged for. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm not talking about I ain't robbed no banks or nothing like that. Nothing crazy, just opinions, you know what I mean? About, me deciding, your decisions and shit. But you're not supposed to judge people. You know what I mean?
No, I don't judge people. I'm just saying it's something I wouldn't do.
You've never had sex on the first? I mean, what woman is gonna be like, yeah, I do that all the time?
No, I'm just saying I just think it's too awkward.
It's very awkward.
Like,
you know what I mean? But it happens.
I don't think I would enjoy it. It's not about, I don't know if it's going to be longevity. Uh-huh. I just feel like I wouldn't enjoy it because I don't know that person.
You need the rapport to happen.
And that person don't know me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have like probably weird, goofy.
Well, you probably have you probably get hit on a lot. And you know what I mean? So you're probably a lot more cautious and, a lot of people don't get that action like that. They got to get in when it comes. They got to make that evaluation and be like, what's funny though, is a lot of times like I think everybody should go for what they want. Yeah, I mean, as far as dating goes like that, like what woman is gonna, admit to be like, women don't really be having. I think that's more of a man thing.
What is?
Just things like sex on the first date.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't think that's a flex for a woman.
Right.
Not really a flex for a guy either, but if it was going to be a flex, it would be for the guy.
I think it is a flex for a guy.
You think?
Yeah. I've heard guys talk amongst themselves and they think it's like, yeah, I did that. Like, you know that from the barbershop.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You know that.
I owned a barbershop for a while.
Yeah. So.
But, but for a lot of men, they're discreet. They don't like their business out in the street.
I feel like when a man is discreet, you can tell me this. When a man is discreet, does that mean that he likes the girl?
It could mean several things.
Okay, give me one.
If he talking to you and you're on a date, he like you.
Because because the reason
he might be discreet because you're not the only one.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
He might be discreet because. Some people come from religious backgrounds and cultural backgrounds that don't coincide with their personal taste, so their family don't approve. Mm-hmm. So you may have a family that's, from a country in Africa who don't vibe with, certain people that you like. There's all kind of different reasons for discretion. But
I just feel like too, if a man really likes a girl, I don't think he would really brag to his boys about it because then he don't want the guys wanting to be like.
It depends on the guy.
Oh, she's doing all that.
A lot of guys brag.
I need to holler.
a lot of guys are really proud of their woman.
So they'll tell them intimate things.
I don't know what dudes do. I'm not telling you no.
I'm
not telling no intimate details.
You as a guy
me personally, I'm not telling no details.
Have a guy ever told you?
All the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, guys run their mouth.
That's exactly what I'm saying. But those are probably when they're telling you and running their mouth. Those are girls they probably don't really like, right?
Or not intentional about. Yeah, they just smash.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because if a guy really like you, I don't think they're gonna go around and be like, yeah, she do this and I did that and I don't think they're doing all that. If they like you and they see a future with you.
Yeah.
Right?
No. They're protecting you then.
Absolutely.
Now then you're getting protected.
Yeah.
And if a guy's running his mouth about what he did and what he did, that's not protecting you.
Right.
Yeah. But that happens all the time. But women, y'all be running y'all mouth too. Y'all be like, yeah, he came over last night, girl. Let me tell you something.
I don't think.
He wings, he ain't flats, he drums.
I'm trying to remember if. I don't think a girl. I don't know. I think it's kind of the same thing.
You think it's the same thing?
I think it's kind of because. I remember even when I was younger, I remember older women telling me don't be telling your girls about your man.
Right, because
and all
they're
of that because they're gonna be wanting your man and they're gonna be like, you telling them how good he do this.
Tell them how thick it is. They be like, really?
Oh, not the girth. Wait a minute.
Oh,
we ain't talking about the girth.
For real. The girth is real. The girth is the truth.
But yeah, I don't remember a lot of people, especially if a girl like you, she ain't telling you nothing.
But it's a lot of times it's not even telling. It's just a reaction because your homegirl be like, well, so and so, you be like, and that's all she needed to hear. You didn't say no details. All she needed is the emotional reaction. She needed a facial expression. Yeah. There's a lot of times where I hung out with a chick and then it goes down.
Okay.
And then her girl is hella cool with me after that. Super nice.
So you think she told her?
I know she did.
Oh, wow.
I never got that type of energy flirty energy from your friends. Now all of a sudden I'm getting flirty energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Yeah. They know about the German helmet.
Maybe they trying to say
women be running and women be talking. And I used to own a hair salon.
No,
before I worked in your salon.
I know, I remember. You told me that.
And a lot of times, I own a hair salon and a barbershop next door to each other.
Okay.
So I'm working in the barbershop side, but the guys self-regulate more than the females.
Okay.
So the females would be a lot of cattiness going on in the salon over there. But then when I go over there, it cuts all of that down because there's a male there.
Okay.
And so, but the conversations are very similar on both sides.
Really?
Yes. I think on the salon side, on the female side, the conversation is way crazier, way more details.
I think we're more. I think we would talk about it more if it's a guy we don't like. We'll be like, girl, he whack, he this. Like, I think that's when we have more of a conversation.
Talk about the good that they like.
I mean, they'll just be like they like him.
A lot of people aren't.
Oh, I really like him, but she's not going into no detail.
When I first moved to LA, I lived in Sacramento, so I had a way different. I was super naive to a lot of stuff. So yeah, a lot of people be thinking that they impressing you, but you're really giving the keys to the castle away.
Explain.
Just like I said, I hang out with a chick, things go right. Now 2 of her friends are super flirty with me because she didn't told her.
See, I don't know.
Ask guys.
I'm trying to think. Maybe she just like.
Okay, how does this happen? A woman to have a guy, and then her homegirl end up fucking a dude. That happens all the time, and vice versa.
Like sneaky though?
Sneaky though,
oh,
yeah.
sneaky.
Yeah,
gotcha,
sneaky Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Mm-hmm. It's because you was talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
That's why I was taught not to do all that talking.
Man, not unless it's okay for them to hit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you the fun guy or the fun girl, like what is it? What's the saying? It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
I think.
So I think that's when they talk. But if they really like you, they not be like, girl, he do this, girl.
Has your friend circle ever passed a dude around?
Heck no. Esau, I put that on everything. Why would we pass him all these men?
I don't know. I don't know what female friend groups do.
We do not do that. And I don't
Dudes be passing girls around?
I've heard of that, but we ain't passing no man around. First of all, women are very territorial.
Y'all be passing dudes around. Y'all be like, you need to go see James or go get your yoga on. James, the yoga instructor, he'll give you an assisted stretch.
Child.
Yeah. Y'all don't be recommending. No affluent women recommend their trainer to another woman or their massage therapist.
Esau, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what that be. They passing the dude around. Ask for Chuck.
Child.
I used to drive a UPS truck.
I'm oblivious to all of that.
Man, half the women.
I would never. Look, and first of all,
you know how many times I've been offered to strip at a party?
I'm saying that's some people you know. I don't know these people. I've never had a girl be like, "Girl, you need to call him." No, and I'm not going to tell you to call nobody. I don't want my friends' juices on me.
What do you mean your friends' juices?
I don't want to sleep with a man that been sleeping with my friends.
That's like an orgy. He washed.
Right. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm good. It's enough men. I don't need nobody else's.
You think it's enough men?
I think so.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think there's more lonely women or lonely men?
I think it's both. I used to think it was more lonely women, but the more I continue to talk to more men,
it's more lonely men.
It's a lot of lonely men. I think it's both.
It's not. No, it's not a debate. So. It's not a debate.
On your side,
I'm gonna tell you why though. You know why? It's because most women, most women got some dude that want to smash. It's just not who they want.
They're still lonely and empty though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's lonely, but it ain't empty.
Yeah.
Most men ain't got nobody. When you ain't got no options, you ain't got nothing.
I mean, it's somebody they could call. They get on internet and find somebody.
No, you got to go. You got to go to a strip club and spend some money to fill on some booty, and you ain't got no options.
It's so many women on the internet. You got to go look for them. They all lonely.
And you got to
and they'll pay for the date.
But the women on the line are getting hollered at.
No, there's women that they're not the type that normally get approached a lot, that are online, that would come over there and do all of that. Approached. Not all women don't get approached.
Most.
I'm saying there's some women that are more attractive than others, right?
I tell you who don't get approached is men. We got to go get it. It don't come to us.
I think that's changing too.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of women being some men DMs. I'm just going by what I've been talking
But the
to people.
women that are in those men's DMs, they're in men of influence. They're in those DMs. I'm not talking about the lonely dudes.
I mean, or if
the
they
dudes
see a
in
guy
the
they think
NBA
is
and
cute.
the NFL and all that stuff. Yeah,
it could be-
they got their DMs are flooded.
No, I'm not talking about
Old
those
boy that
people.
drive a bus, his
if
DMs aren't flooded.
If he's cute and somebody see him online, they will go in his DM.
I'm not talking about the cute dude that got chicks.
But you just said NBA players. I'm like, it's not always NBA players.
Well, what I'm saying is there's more because men have to get out and go get it. Men got to holler at you. Most women ain't hollering at no man.
But it's not like the olden days either, because now women are more aggressive. They're more like they are initiating. It's not
you
like
go
it
to the
used
club,
be.
most of the women is looking at the same 25 dudes. The other 250 dudes in there got to come up and talk to you.
You live in this little box that
I don't.
Just, yes,
I live all around the world every weekend.
I know, but you keep generalizing and say these girls only do
I'm
this.
not
That's
generalizing.
not true.
I'm just
I'm saying I talk to women all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's women that don't just look at the NBA players.
What? I don't know what they be saying when they talking to another woman, but I'm talking about what the truth of how women.
There's some women that would
men.
never want to talk to an athlete ever in their life. I know a lot of women that
would that be generalizing?
Because I'm saying that there's not every woman ain't just looking for the money.
Well,
man.
I know that, but I know every woman is not looking for the money.
Yeah, there's some women that genuinely want a good husband.
I'm talking
that
about
don't cheat, that come home every day.
I'm talking about most women. I'm talking about most women.
Okay.
Yeah, because people have a hive mind. It's a hive mind mentality. Mammals, like you warm-blooded, right? So you take these dolphins, they swim in pods. They're mammals. You take these birds, they fish are in schools. These birds are flying around together. People live in cities. So the thinking of a lot of people is blueprinted. So people think like people and use people as examples. So a lot of the things that happen in dating and stuff is regurgitated over and over and over and over and over again. Mm. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying, I see this. I'm not looking at the masses on how individuals are. I'm looking at what I see regurgitated over and over and over and over and over again, and using that. That's my average, is what I see the most of.
Yeah, that's
and what I see the most of is, I'm not saying that women are gold diggers. Not all women are gold diggers.
There's men that are sugar babies.
in a relationship and in your life is not necessarily gold digging.
Right.
Security is not gold digging.
All right. I mean, it just depends.
Meeting a guy who's about something and having goals and stuff like that, that's not gold digging.
Right.
Dating a guy and not really giving a damn who he is and what his morals are and what his internal compass is just because he got some money is gold digging.
Yeah. I mean, if you meeting a guy, you're like, if you meeting a guy, you're just like, I'm trying to get him to do this and do that, and you're not really talking about nothing but that's gold digging.
Well,
but a grown woman that's wanting a man that got his stuff together, that's not gold digging.
Yeah, so
9 times out of 10, I'm talking
money,
about the women that they got their stuff together too. They just they can build together too, but they're not just looking at that. They're looking at the whole picture of it.
The majority of women that want a man who got his stuff together.
Or his mind. First of all, let me take that back.
First of all, paying attention to the woman world from having 3 daughters, I know that there's probably more. I don't know about in the world, but in the Black community, there's more females that got their stuff together than the guys.
Well, I was gonna say that's what I was saying. You wouldn't let me say.
The girls got their stuff together more than the men.
I'm saying I take not just. I don't mean just have your stuff together. Have your mind right.
Oh, yeah.
At least have your mind to where you see a future. You have like a 3-year goal. You have a 5-year goal. So even if you're not there financially, at least be mentally there to where you have what you want to do. You have a vision. That's what I mean.
Yeah, a lot of women look at look at now, and they don't look at the fabric of this man that they're dating. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when my daughter met her boyfriend, they've been together 7 years. When they met their boyfriend, they were freshmen in college, right? Mm-hmm. But he's very goal oriented,
right?
And as she, and I really admire her for this because she did this on her own. She was like, I like him because he's a goal getter.
Right.
That's what she likes.
Right.
Goal getter.
Right. And that's what I mean. You have your stuff together because your mindset is together.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like all over the place. You don't know what you want. You like jumping from job to job. You don't have a plan. That's what I mean. Right. It's not about how much money you got in your bank. Because if the people that's got it going on and have like stable relationships, they have goals, they can see, they know it, so that's what I mean when I say have your stuff together.
And me as a comedian, I have friends that are in relationships. I've been in relationships to where I'm not rich. I do very well I'm not rich compared to what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of guys like me that aren't, I don't have a Lambo, you know what I'm saying? And I don't got a high-rise condo like that, right? But I don't have those resources. But because of the way I've managed my life, I'm probably 100 times more resourceful than a lot of people. So although I got a little change, but I'm not a millionaire.
Right.
But
you a thousandaire?
But I've been in relationships to where, I'm a heavy thousandaire. So I've been in relationships to where the girl I'm dating, I took her around the world. Literally. Mm-hmm. Literally. She got passport stamps.
Nice.
Now, am I rich? No. But I travel for free. People pay me and bring me to their city, and I do a show that people come to, and they sell tickets and they make money. Mm-hmm. Where are we going this weekend? So that's it. Just a lot of times it's not really, you might get a guy who's not rich in financial money, but he's rich in resources. He's rich in life. He's rich in ability. You know what I mean? I ain't got no money, but you with a millionaire. Hey, my girlfriend with $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we've been to 11 cities in you know what I'm saying, in the last 6 months. Mm-hmm. Some of them are real cool, got hidden gems in them. You might be like, oh, y'all, you went to Milwaukee? Hey, Milwaukee got a Porsche track. We driving cars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know what's out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, life is fun and life is every day, and it's more about resourcefulness in life. Resourcefulness is more important than resources. And then when you get resources and you're resourceful, you're wealthy, not just rich. Because now you got the money and you ain't got to spend it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. But back to dating. Mm-hmm. Because, I have a hard time staying on task. We should call our podcast ADHD Conversations. Yeah. Lynn Williams and Esau McGraw, ADHD. You know what I'm saying? To the moon and back, if we get back.
Right. If we get back.
Yeah, you know how hard it is. Do you think the moon landing was real? No. They having a hard time.
We talking about relationships or we talking about the moon?
They're the same thing. Landing
how we start talking about the moon?
Landing a spacecraft on the moon is almost the same as having a successful relationship. It's that hard nowadays.
Why?
I think the internet is the devil.
You think the
even
internet?
though we're on it?
Oh, well, I'll say this. It's a blessing and it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because it's a blessing because you have so many, like you was just speaking of, resources. You can DM people, you can things, because I know growing up and things that I wanted to see was like there was not at your fingertips. So that's a blessing.
Look,
but the curse is the craziness. Everybody got ADHD
and
now.
People are crazier,
I already had
people
this.
are crazier and crazier and more desensitized.
And people are comparing themselves, which I'm so glad I don't do that. But it's a lot, and you know what? It's really hitting the younger kids harder. They're not really dating like we used to date
because they're desensitized.
Everything is just on their phone.
They're desensitized. The average child. When I saw my first porno, I was in junior high school, so I was like 13.
Okay.
The average kid nowadays, they see their first porno, they like 6.
Probably, yeah.
The first time they see a murder, like a person get killed, they're like 6, 7 years old on their phone.
Oh, on the phone.
You know, on that phone.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I saw a dead body, I was 10, but it was a freak accident. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't that dude wasn't supposed to have a motorcycle crash in front of me and die instantly while I'm crossing the street right there watching.
Right.
But nowadays, kids could just see that 100 times before they're in the second grade.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's
they
crazy.
they looking at penetration sex in elementary school.
Oof.
I was back in the day. I used to have to hit that little button right there just to see some breasts, just to see some titties. I used to have to hit the top of that brown cable box and keep on hitting the thing to just get the
Had
buzz
the
to go away.
magazines back then too.
Yeah, but magazines.
You don't even have magazines anymore?
Magazines, you're reading an article. You're looking at pictures, and the pictures are still. So you got to use your imagination.
Mm.
These people's getting the intimate details.
Right.
They getting squirter videos in 3rd grade.
Yikes.
You know what I mean? People think squirting is sexy, but you know, y'all keep on peeing. Understand?
Oh my.
I mean, people say squirting ain't pee. It is.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you got to get your couch clean, they're gonna tell you what it was on your couch. You're like, who urined on your couch? I'm like, that was a squirt. Nah, that was urine.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couch clean. $7,200 couch.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, squirting seems cool until that happens.
You
ruin your couch.
I'm wondering, what about? Let's get back to dating. What about
dating is?
What about dating?
You know,
apps?
dating didn't even exist until World War II.
What about dating apps? Did you hear me?
Dating apps?
Uh-huh.
I mean, dating apps make money.
Like, how do you like them?
I don't fuck with dating apps.
Okay.
My ego's too big.
Why?
I do shows every night. What I need a dating app for? I'm 59% famous. What I need a dating app for?
59%.
Yeah, I'm famous. I'm famous enough to impress poor people.
Have people been jumping in your DMs then since you 59% famous?
Look, listen, I get a DM probably like every 6 months.
Even after your shows?
I got some stalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some stalkers.
Yeah. They probably come to every show.
They don't really come to my shows. They just DM me every day.
They DM you every day? Well, I have that too.
I got some wild ones. I got some crazy ones.
What?
Yeah. And I don't delete them or nothing because I got to know where they at.
What do you mean how you can know where they at?
Because, like, okay, say you got a crazy stalker that had got your number and you knew this dude or whatever, and then they're like, I can't fuck with him. And you're like, let me erase his number. No, I don't erase that number. I got to know. Because if a number come up and I accidentally, it might be them.
Gotcha.
So I got to be like, oh, this person's calling me.
Oh, okay.
Let me not check that. No, let me not answer that one.
I know the girls, we put DNA.
Do not answer. Oh, I put what it is.
I put red flags too.
I put. You ever have somebody?
I can show you now. I got so many red flags. Like,
hey,
no.
I called the chick one time while I was with her just to see what popped up on her phone.
What she name you?
I was a don't answer.
Oh my fucking God.
I was a don't answer. You
are a don't answer?
Yeah. And you know what I did?
So you must have knew it. That's why you tried to.
I had a feeling because y'all was. But when we first, I hollered at her, and then it was like she was just like she gave me no rhythm, right? And then after a while, she was just like, you know what, what you doing? You want to go have some drinks? Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Because she's iced me so hard before, I was just like, I wonder what she put on my nose. I hit it like I said, don't answer. I didn't take offense. It just made me beat harder.
No, a lot of women do that. It's because, it's not that y'all just didn't click.
At first.
Oh, so you asked her after you saw the do not answer.
We was hanging out. See,
okay.
She used to come in the salon. So after she got to know me for a while, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, one day she was like, you want to go grab some drinks, blah, blah, blah.
But that's what I'm asking. Was this before you saw the do not answer?
No, this is, yeah.
Before. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I was just curious because she took my number, but then it seemed like she wasn't really interested. And then all of a sudden she got interested.
Got it.
So I was just like, I wonder what my name, because wonder what my name is on your phone when I call you.
Don't let nobody use your phone. Then I'm glad you told me that.
Do not answer.
Be like, let me dial myself and see what my My name.
What
come
your
up
name
under.
is? I know, right? I was
That's
a
crazy.
DNA.
Every guy got a DNA.
Whether you know it or not,
Yeah,
every
every
person.
guy
Well,
got
maybe
a
not
DNA.
every person, but most
Women
guys.
might, but I know
I don't
every guy.
know.
I know
You
every
think
guy got a DNA.
Chris Brown a DNA to somebody?
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
probably. Yeah. What's that girl name he used to be with? That.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he probably got some DNA. Chris Brown.
He probably got a lot
So
of
would you
DNAs.
consider Chris Brown? And I like Chris Brown's music. I think
I love
he's
Chris
a
Brown.
super dope artist. But in the woman world, is Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
My bad. Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
There's my Invisaligns on the bottom. Is Chris Brown a good guy? Or is he like the bad boy?
Well, this is the thing. I don't know him personally. I only met him once.
His
but
persona,
I'm going to say this.
What would you think he is?
I'm going to say this, and people might get mad, but I don't really care. I feel like when that all happened with him and Rihanna, they were how old? How old were they?
Very young.
Very, very young. And I know from my...
What would you do if some dude gave you herpes?
If you listen, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
If I know at the age that they were, myself, some of my best friends, some of my girlfriends, and it might, this is not, I mean, it may not be good, but we all had experiences with our boyfriends like that.
I ain't got herpes.
Oh, it wasn't herpes.
What was it?
No, I'm saying, I thought you were saying,
well, that's what
when
the
they had
rumor was.
No, I'm talking about when they had the little fight thing.
Right. The rumor was, I don't know if this is true, but the rumor was she gave him herpes.
Nah, see, I heard something different. I heard that she caught him cheating.
I don't know.
With an older
woman.
And now this is allegedly. We don't know.
They're all celebrity rumors,
we just
and they're entertainment
all of this
to
is
everyone.
allegedly. We don't have no facts. We just talking.
Yeah.
But
I met Chris Brown one time. He's tall as hell.
Yeah, he's tall.
I didn't think tall dudes can dance like that.
Yeah, you can tell he's tall though when he's on his little thing.
What do you think about people saying Chris
Remember
Brown?
what was his name? Montel Jordan? Because he was tall.
He like 6'8", 6'9".
And he could dance.
But he can't dance like Chris Brown.
Who can dance like Chris Brown?
A lot of people.
Not that many.
A lot of people can dance like Chris Brown.
Not to me.
They just not famous.
Well, that could be the same thing with a tall person.
You think Chris Brown can outdance Michael Jackson?
Esau, now you know that ain't even
That's
no
what
comparison.
they say. Everybody's saying that Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson.
Nobody ain't said that.
Google it.
That's just,
a lot of people are saying that.
That's trolls. There's people that just sit around and just talk about nothing, right?
You know why Chris Brown could never be better than Michael Jackson?
They don't even have the same dance style.
No, but the reason
First of all, Chris Brown, you could tell that he got a lot of... He watched Michael growing up.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That's just, you don't compare Chris Brown to... That's two generations. It's different.
An artist
I hate the comparison.
Got good learning from the artist that he's compared to. You can't compare yourself to your mentor because your mentor came so long ago. What you learned is partially because of your mentor. You wouldn't be that good without this person.
Yeah.
So you can't ever say that you're better than this person because you wouldn't be who you are without the person. Mm-hmm. The person set the groundwork for you to be as good as you are. So how could you be better than this person?
Right. I don't think so. I don't even like when people compare people because everybody, they're individuals. It doesn't, I hate when they go, compare Michael Jordan to LeBron. They're two different players. Who cares? Right. Like, I just think it's goofy. I don't compare people. Everybody's different. Mm-hmm. Beyonce is not Tina Turner. Tina Turner is not Beyonce. So everybody is just completely different. And I think people need to just let people be in their own lane by themselves. Chris Brown is Chris Brown and Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. No comparison. End of story.
We talking about first dates, and we talking about Chris Brown.
No, we were talking about Chris Brown if he was a good guy or a bad guy.
Chris Brown is a good guy. I think Chris Brown is seen has his persona and his.
I think they need to give him a break.
No, I think about it like this though, and this is how I see young men like Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. Right, a lot of people would probably deem Chris Brown like, he's a sex symbol. He's like a bad boy, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's a very successful artist. He's a successful human being. And
he's so talented.
It takes discipline to grow your talent that way. Because the little boy and Chris Brown, and who he is now are like two different people. He evolved as an artist. And I think it takes discipline. And I think discipline is one of those things that a lot of people, that consistency. So this dude is rehearsing, he blah, 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 blah. And those are good things. So is he really a bad guy? Or is he a really disciplined good guy that know the game? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think outside the whole Rihanna thing, Chris Brown ain't never really did nothing that's really that bad.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything unless I'm just out the loop.
Yeah.
I heard about that. And yes, that was awful.
What else?
It was absolutely awful.
And that was, what, 15 years ago, right?
Nobody don't get it. Did you know? I mean, come on now. Rihanna forgave him?
She forgave him. I think society to a specific point kind of understood, because there were so many different rumors and different things about, like, I don't know what conclusion to draw, but I mean, I don't think that he did it. I think his reaction to a situation was immature and young.
He was very immature and young.
And I think a lot of people who really know real life really be like, it was like two young people at the pinnacle of young people.
I remember busting my boyfriend's windows out when I was young.
You bust your window?
Yes. Like we were crazy, young teenagers.
I ain't never busted no chick's windows.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. We did a lot.
What made you bust his windows?
I caught him at a girl's house.
So you bust his windows out?
Mm-hmm. With no problem.
Did he bring it on himself?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't believe I did those certain things,
but
I was
immature.
a child and I was like teenager, wild. And I'm not the other. Some of my girlfriends, we did some wild stuff.
I got married at 19.
So that's why.
That's wild.
Oh, so you, well
that's, but at
but
the
I'm
same
saying,
time,
I remember girls slapping their boyfriends and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And you don't, and they're young too. They don't know. And you got to remember, Chris Brown saw his mom getting beat all the time, so he didn't know no different.
Right.
So I'm just saying. I mean, you can go through therapy. You can do a lot of things to like be better, be a better person. You don't just you just can't judge people like one thing they did. I think that's crazy. If we did that, we wouldn't have the president. We wouldn't have Trump right now running for president. How would he be able to do all he's doing now and can run for the highest? Come on, so please don't talk about giving somebody no second chance.
I don't know. Chris Brown put his hands on a woman and then she became a billionaire after that.
Yeah, she did. I love both of them.
Hey,
I love both of them. I love Chris Brown. I know
Rihanna. Her perfume smell hella good. Her drawers are nice.
Her lipstick.
She sells some nice underwears. My girlfriend got some Rihanna drawers.
Yeah.
Oh, Rihanna sells some nice.
No, she got some.
Rihanna
awesome
sells
stuff.
some nice drawers.
Yeah.
Get your woman. What's that shit? What's it called?
Fenty.
Fenty. Get your woman some Fenty. Yeah. Get your woman Fenty. Is this Fenty?
Yeah.
Fenty. Get your woman some Fenty. My girl got some Fenty. I was like, I like that.
No,
I didn't know it was Rihanna's drawers.
You didn't know they was her drawers?
No, Rihanna sells Rihanna's selling underwears. Rihanna's selling women's underwears, and her fans look good in her drawers.
And
really
she has
good.
Beautiful makeup too. Her makeup is
I don't
amazing.
wear makeup. Her makeup is good.
Oh, her lipstick is good. Her foundation.
When I'm on camera,
that's why she's a billionaire, because she has quality stuff.
Yeah.
She just didn't get these products and slap her name on them. She got quality, good.
Well, her manager was a billionaire.
Who was her manager?
Jay-Z.
Oh.
I'm like,
who's her manager?
She was supposed to be a damn
Wait,
billionaire.
is that her manager?
I don't know, but he brought her in.
Yeah, he did bring her in.
That's his artist.
Mentor.
Yeah, so that's his artist. I remember
Jay-Z's
Umbrella. I used to like that song.
No, Rihanna bad.
I sang Umbrella one time.
Oh, you did?
I covered Umbrella. Yeah.
Sing a little bit more. Let me hear it.
I don't remember it like that. I did it because it was funny. But it ended up sounding good.
We look like we.
So, but hey, listen, we have a good time here.
Always.
On the Heart of Sunset. And, it's called the Heart of Sunset because we're in the middle of sunset. But it's really, we're doing a podcast just about male, female perspectives on whatever we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I met my producing partner right here, cutting hair. She used to own a salon. She used to be married to this Nigerian doctor. That was one of my clients, right?
Wait a minute.
I used to cut James. And then, I ended up working in my homegirl salon, man. And when I tell you, we had so much fun in there.
We did.
Just wilding out. You know what I'm saying? And it led to, we got to do a podcast just on male and female perspectives. And so that's what we done. And we're here now. So my name is Esau McGraw. Thank you so much for listening and watching.
And I am Lynn Williams. Thank you guys.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.